What up, everybody? I'm back with another video viewing One Piece, the movie from 2000. I know, I already reviewed this again. But I just want to talk about it again, but more consistent. Because I planned to watch the second movie right soon after, but I forgot. So, video this is my way of making up for it. So, yeah, here I have last volume in One Piece. So, yeah, One Piece is a manga series from Ichiro Toshida. It's a weekly shonen jump from 1997, coming up with over 1,000 chapters. The current arc being the Elbaf arc in the manga, and the anime finishing up the Egghead arc pretty soon. I just got a preview for the new opening for the next episode. That's like these same parts. Anyway. So, I say this is a really enjoyable movie. If you can really call it that, though. Its runtime is around 50 minutes. And this was released on March 4th, 2000. Right on time, episode 6. And just that time, all the anime had was around episode 16 to the Seventh Village arc. I always thought it took place before, it was released before the start of the Baratie arc. But most likely this was due to a type of festival Toei does every year. The Toy Film Festival, where they play some movies based on popular series. Hence why that's where Digimon premiered its first movie, if you can call it that. More of a pilot in a way, introduction to the world of Digimon before the series premiered months later. That movie comes into tie into the series later down the line too. So yeah, a lot of old anime films. This is where a lot of the anime pilots came from. One Piece, Hunter x Hunter. They raised pilots of those anime. For the most part. Well, One Piece the One Piece anime have a different cast, and the animation style will be slightly changed. This movie is more of a mix of the two styles. Actually, the first one tweaks the art style, changes the art style a bit. Alright, this is not a story-based movie in a way. This is not really a story-driven movie. But still, it's got a good time compared to some other ones that are like 25 or 30 minutes. Like a normal TV episode or something. And Toei has that problem with some other products like Super Sentai movies. They're the shortest. They're never that long, and that's my problem with them. They're not really count as movies. They could be literally into episodes of the series. You can edit them to episodes of the series, like what Toonami did with Dragon Ball Tree of Might. Yes, during the initial broadcast on Toonami, Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball Might was released into 3 episodes, so they had to extend a lot of footage from the show, the movie, to make it build up a runtime. That's about. Quite an interesting idea to make it into an episode, but now count this in a original filler, a movie filler in a way. Well, yeah, this is an enjoyable movie if you are a fan of One Piece. And I was able to watch this, officially I was able to watch it thanks to this. I was really shocked to discover these DVDs. Existed here. I didn't know about these at all. I first found the third one in shops. I didn't even know. It surprised me, so I bought it. It contained, it came with 3 movies, original story, and 2 rehashes of manga of arcs from the manga. I didn't watch them all because I wasn't into Jap. It was before 2021. I didn't watch stuff in Japanese at the time. But that's obviously changed now, and I'm glad I changed it. I regret why I did the camp for DVD back then. So I didn't meet. Yeah, I regret that. Ugh. So I should look for that one again. I watch it over that page. So again, I was able to watch this legally thanks to this DVD. I do not know if this is available in America or not, or any other countries that feature the anime. I really don't know. As I know, this is exclusive to the UK. So, yeah, it's I'm interested in movies at least. I'm just a bit deep. I just put the the other two online. So that's how I was able to legally watch it. Again, I do not know if America has it. Please let me know in the comments, because I'd be surprised if this is exclusive to the UK, because we don't really get exclusive pins much. US gets better treatment than us. Especially with the prequel series, that pisses me off still. Since they aired Wonderful last year on Crunchyroll UK, they did not air the newest season on air. It's just frustrating. I don't even know why, especially the Mahotsukai sequel. When the Mahotsukai prequel series is available on Crunchyroll, minus episode 12, it's on there, but it's unwatchable really, as the subs are way out of sync with the episode. So it's completely unwatchable there. Anyway, let's get into this movie. So, we open the movie up with the narrator of the known. Talking about Wunan, known as the gold pirate, one who steals gold from criminals. Begin was famous pirate. But one day he suddenly disappeared. And now, his treasure is up the grabs. Someone's looking for it. I've seen many traction into the title sequence of the, which basically just uses "We Are" on the anime, since episode 16 was airing at the time. Which makes sense. And, well, I got a problem. Not with the movie itself, it's with the titles, it's with the menu on the first DVD. Probably the older one, I'm not sure. So, for some reason, the first one contains the second opening, Believe. That does not make any sense. This was later released on media, modern day times. But you get my point. It should just be "We Are." Kind of bothers me that they did that. Looks like the second one gets later, I think. Yeah, that's one released on episode 60, post Alan Park. So yeah, I do like how we got a very unique original sequence with featuring with an extra narration from Luffy and his crew. And it's sets on a new venture. We won't get the usual opening sequence, but it should be animated with this movie style. Mostly because it was on a TV budget, it's got a low high quality animation. I found the original animation a little charming though. I just don't like the model art style much. I just prefer the original art style a little better. There's no wrong changing art style, I just prefer the original more because, I don't know, just something how the characters design I like. So, as you probably guessed, the movie's all in Japanese with English subtitles. I actually wrote that. Legend of Women was being led by a child as they come across a ship led by a mysterious pilot. That's really mysterious. I really forgot about that. I mean, then we come to the Golden Mary, but the crew just starving. And it was all Luffy's fault. Now, weird thing is for the subs here. So when Luffy, I better mention this now, but when Luffy uses Gomu Gomu attacks, the subs translate it as rubber rubber. Why? Gomu Gomu no means gum gum. Right? It translates to gum gum pista. Stuff like that. This is the only time this has ever happened in the series. This is the only time the subs do this. I'm not kidding, this is the only movie where the subs say that. And later, Usopp says the Gomu Gomu fruit. And the subs just say Gomu Gomu, not Gomu Gomu no. You know? Instead of the Gum Gum. They can't even keep the translation consistent with that one. In that case, it'd be the rubber rubber fruit, wouldn't it? Little nitpick, I know. I just don't know why they did that. Even add some British slang to the subtitles for some bloody reason. Don't add British slang to these characters, please. So yeah, Luffy ate all the food that Nami saved up for days. And you can tell it's worse when he's doing the arc, since Nami's wearing her blue and white striped t-shirt. She wore since Orange Town. Jesus Christ. It's pretty interesting how Nami wore that shirt for 3 story arcs. Sorry, 2 arcs actually, sorry. Kind of mixed up. Keep thinking of the anime. It says Nami was someone who was added into the first episode of the anime. And the second episode. Well, the second episode does a good. I think the second one. Well, I think the next 2 episodes adding Nami makes sense. Anyway. But Nami didn't even speak in the first appearance in the anime. I had no single speaking line. The first speaking line was actually in the previews for the 3rd episode. Look it up, I'm not kidding. Watch the anime from the start, watch the first 3 episodes, and you will believe me that Nami's first words were said in the preview for episode 3 at the end of episode 2. Anyway, some 3 pirates end up stealing the gold that Nami stole. Is it really count as this? Since it was already stolen. That's funny. And he ended up distracting them with an onigiri. It's quite funny. Louis asks for more before he's shot in the head. Because he's a rubber man, that doesn't affect him. He says, "Hey, Nami! They're bad guys!" That's typical. Okay, this is a fun. I don't mind not much not traditional movie action stuff. See, since it's not a proper film, not a theatrical one. But I think the first theatrical movie came with Stromworld. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but I think Stromworld might be the first movie to be theatrical. I've never seen that movie in Japanese though. Like, and again, I've not seen I gradually have not seen the recent modern one in English. Sorry, but so bit bouncing out there. Should watch it sometime. I should actually really watch it sometime after I finish up the one arc. In the dub. Anyway. Yeah, Luffy gets pissed and uses his gum, and basically uses Gomu Gomu no Rockito onto the ship. Doesn't become good. Yeah, it's quite funny. Eventually he has the same power as El Drago. It was that right? Oh, they seem to have a boy room. Same boy we saw earlier. Yeah, they're being sort of attacked by this El Drago. But he wasn't really attacking them. I'm gonna look at that a bit later. Luffy. Sorry. And since because of the blast, Luffy ends up in the water, so Zoro forces Zoro to go and save him. And the kid, whose name is Tobio, who's looking for the great pirate Uran, so he can join his crew. Yeah, there we go. That's when Luffy and Zoro are smelling some food. And the great pirate tours in the crate scene. It turns out the owner of this Uran boat is actually Tobio's grandfather, Genzo. And we can see that they don't exactly have a great relationship right now. Yeah. And because of his father's profession of being a udon chef, I don't know. Sorry. It's not exactly unknown. Like, I don't think it's ever said why. Like, why does he think that? I'm curious. That's one of my big problems with that. It's never explained the reason why unless I didn't pay attention. But yeah. Some of these movies I only like watched once years back when I started watching them in Japanese. And there are some I have not yet seen. And boy, there's one I definitely want to get to talk about in the future. Just how fucking dark it is. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding. And the animation really sells it. But that'll be a while for now. I think that's movie 6. Hold on a second. I just gotta quickly check. Yep, movie 6. Oh yeah, it's a load of 6 movie. Alright, Luffy. After that, Luffy saying, then joins, as again, Tobio reiterates he's gonna look for Uran so he can join his crew. So after, yeah, alright, and that Luffy says he wants to become Uran's friend. Well, the subs say must be a good old bloke. If he's a good old bloke, yeah, that's the English phrase that added for some bloody reason. Don't add that. Don't. I don't care if your subs. I mean, okay. Use Crunchyroll's translations. It's weird how Crunchyroll's not translate. It's weird how Funimation's never translated these. Ooh, dub. That's a special home media treat. Like the only one out of all 9 movies on these DVDs, only one is a dub. Only one is available with an English dub. And that's movie 8. That's due to the first one of the early Space Funimation translated alongside the anime. So it's just weird that he never went back and dubbed these movies for, just for a fun little collection. It's just weird that he never did that. I like these movies, I don't get me wrong. But you get my point. Anyway, Luffy wants his friends because he's going to be going King of the Pirates. He's going to take it seriously, but Zoro that believe it may sound maybe hard to believe, but Luffy is serious. More importantly, can they pay for the udon, which costs like 11 berries, which is that cheap. But of course, by the time Zoro does not have any money, neither does Luffy. It's funny. And Luffy just puts out a rock basically as a signature for the future King of the Pirates. No way that's gonna work. It's an idiot. It's funny. Basically forced to work it off. Meanwhile, Nami stuck aboard El Drago's ship. It's when revealed that the whole thing was just vocal stretches. Here's devil food, that's it. Here's revealed I just thought it was cold. No, I was trash it back. I suppose she doesn't try and do Runa. I suppose she doesn't try and trick El Drago and thinking she's part of their crew. She's joining their crew and stuff, like she kind of did with Buggy at first. Now, again, this was released do it very early on in the anime, so I'm doing episode 16, Spirit Village arc. This is before the next arc. The Arnold Park arc before Lost is revealed. I'm not going much into that for spoiler reasons. I already did a video on that anyway, so be sure to check it out. Well, since I'm recording this there. But anyway, Luffy. So Luffy's all. So yeah, they've had seen the lost treasure up on the island. As you see, have a map, and she ends up using Monopoly Spot. Usopp. Yeah, gotcha. And well, he ends up lying his way to keep himself alive. Classic. And it's quite funny. And well, Bruno's crew are not Bruno, sorry, again I mixed up. El Drago and his crew are idiots. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's just a simple villain for a movie like this. Again, nothing wrong with that. It doesn't bother me. I think it's just a fun ride. I think these movies are just a little fun rides before we officially get serious with theatrical versions, since they're gonna earn their own time. So yeah, and those movies will definitely be talked about when we get to those specific episodes. That movie 10 won't be revealed till episode 429. Stronghold is the 10th movie in the One Piece series. That was released on December 12th, 2009. Released after episode 429. Now what arc's that from, I can't remember. But still, we'll be waiting. That will be a while for now. Something like the Thriller Bark. So I think it was released during the Sabaody Archipelago arc. Anyway, Luffy. It's funny as Nami pretends not to see Luffy and Zoro in trouble. It's funny. Zoro wasn't really trying to run because, yeah, he knew the situation. It's funny. Luffy's Harrison rolls off. Tobion's picking up. Tobion is Grant Genzo are having an argument causing Tobion to run away. He does not want to take up the Udon shop. Hold on, where the fuck it is? I'm just not gonna remember it. Of course, Luffy chases everything because hat. That's funny. Eventually catching him and getting his hat back. Tobion was not like. Is it look in others to help no help the is he believing that Wulong is definitely alive. Was meaning Luffy. So, Usopp's trying to his best to get out of this messy gun something. And we find out that as he pretended to be friends with Wulong, and we find out they killed every last member of Wulong's crew. The last one they killed was on the map. It was not really a map. Basically, the treasures where the whale points. As it's in the east. And the whale's basically Usopp thinks it might be pointing to the east, but whale's tail is pointing to the east. So that's where the castle is. So yeah, how's Usopp in that trouble? Then Nami isn't coming to save him by, well, making up a story and stuff. It's quite funny. Mentioning that the treasure's under the castle. They'll dig it up. They have enough time to get. Well, thanks to El Drago's devil fruit power, Zero Shore Castle suffers, but he's stopped by Luffy because, yeah. And all that stuff. I just do like how this little scene there of Luffy introducing himself and Zoro. It's quite a little funny. As Luffy introduces himself and Zoro just goes, yo. It's just funny. A situation, Zoro just goes, yo. That's how I like his character. As you know, because he got lost on the way here. That's what they get for Lane Zoro lead. Of course, it's not focused much on this, but that gap comes from the post East Blue. I was going to see his most famous running gags. It Controversially released a compilation of it online. If you want to, go look for it. It is fun if you love this gag, like I do. It's just one of those iconic things. I don't know why Oda decided to create this gag, but it's quite unique. Even with simplest directions. It was referenced Zoro in another series, I believe, recently. I can't remember why it was. I didn't talk about that. But yeah. Luffy, Zoro. And Zoro ends up fighting El Drago. But they end up kind of leaving the fight. Because the guy got against Luffy. Because Luffy ended up being stuck. So there's a time for an anchor chain. And because Luffy's stretching us, they end up flying off with Tokyo. Yeah, it's a little funny. So, yeah, it seems Usopp and Nami managed to make sleep away as well during the fight. It's like, so yeah, this vision. Anyway, Nami actually sneakily steal the map. Ben's just hit a message on it, but being it burns. That's quite funny. That's a good way to play with expectations when you were watching this. You thinking there's a secret message. Well, it just gets burnt. Alright, Usopp did read the map and explains what it was. But Nami questions what it really is east. As when Usopp looks at the tail of the whale and is pointing in a different direction as it's curled. So it's up that mountain. So they could go off there. I'm in the mountain. And they're running to Genzo. With Udon on his head. He's looking for someone else. He actually knows who Wulong is. They grew up in this. As he's telling his story, he's actually grew up with Wulong in the same village. Wulong's father became obsessed with gold, searched for it. So his entire life looking around, only found one piece. Wunan does not want to turn out like him, so he's gonna come apart and steal all the gold from evil people. Once Genzo will join, but Genzo abused, saying gold won't bring happiness. You know, and and of course another fight, and he falls on a cliff. So Genzo decides to sacrifice himself, go into the ocean. Because Luffy asked if he died. You know, he's telling the story right now. It's Luffy, he's that stupid. After that, Luffy well, it was luckily found by a passing boat, and he was unconscious for 3 days. When he woke up, Wunan already left, and he's still a stubborn guy as he is. So yeah, basically made that udon for Oden or whatever for him to eat. So they head out, find a search around, and well, Zoro finds a secret passage under the fireplace. Give me a sequence. Near the being attacked by El Drago, who's looking at just destroying everything to get the treasure. Another confrontation. He ends up attacking Dobio, who's trying to fight El Drago, causing Udon to get hit on the floor. Hold it. Because Udon assaults it and basically steps on it, even though it was precious. This is Luffy off. And he kind of does something similar to what Zoro did. It back in the Romance Dawn arc. Showing respect to the food. And as it shows respect and vigilance. So after that, Luffy. So Luffy's pissed at El Drago. El Drago has a bodyguard he's being paying. So ends up fighting the guy. Does struggle a bit, but the guy abandoned his pride just for money, but someone who rests in his eyes. Zoro defeats him pretty easily with that. There's only a bit of blood shown just coming from his mouth in the scene. That's the only time we see some blood in this movie. Maybe trying to be a little tamer compared to the anime main series. Luffy. Now else El Drago. It's a pretty tough fight. El Drago get up and down every time. But actually, one last hit, Luffy defeats him once and for all. Researcher when he hit the crew end up walking off the cliff by accident and running away from Luffy. Yes, funny. So anyway, I just really apologize for eating it over. But get those in mind. Don't get him a stomach. Anyway, they go down investigating and find the corpse, the skeleton of Wunan. He's dead. He died. Wunan managed to achieve his goal, as you see right on the wall, but he gave that goal away back to his original owners. He was never happy. he just used the gold as an excuse for adventure, as he remembers the words again. So, as his true treasure isn't the gold. Usually the flag that he made for the two of them together, as Genzo's been in Wunan's heart all these years for the adventure. That's a truly great moment. With Tobio apologizing to Genzo That Knight managed to steal the women's goal, but El Drago's goal. Why did I get it mixed up? And gets pace back now, but he can't take it. Or lets him go with interest free. Many excuse to see each other again. Say their goodbyes. Enjoy a great moment. W is gonna find out what he wants to do in the future. As the movie ends with the ending theme, Memories. One of the well-loved endings of the series. It's God, and I agree, it's so catchy. I actually like the references to the manga and volume covers. Like the ending shows images represent the covers of some manga chapters and volumes. It's nice. So Oda loves Oda's art is iconic. That's like to do that sometimes. We get a bit of a cameo from Sanji from the Barate arc. But you know, since I know this is late, you probably haven't seen that video by now, but if I was watching this doing my playlist, instead of roll watching the next one. Well, you'll see that. You'll see. We even get a nice little nod to one of Oda's one-shots during the scene. In the Wild West scene of the ending, crew posting that one, we see two familiar faces. Well, Westerners won't know who they are until recently, actually. But it's actually the protagonist and the ghost psych that was from Wanted, the first one-shot by Ichiro Oda, which you can officially read on the Shonen Jump app alongside the other one-shots or buy the physical copy. Say there's a really good reason. I did review them on my manga channel, so if you're interested, you can check them out. It's a nice little nod. It's a good. I say this is a good movie, just for the characters. It's just fun. I probably won't view the Chopper movie tonight. Maybe do that tomorrow. Who knows? That's what I decide. But yeah, this is just a typical One Piece adventure, just slightly extended. So if you could watch it, find a way to watch it, I recommend you check it out. It's a good movie. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, notification bell, the all these guys want to videos in the future. I'll see you guys later for the second movie, Adventures on Spiral Island, and maybe for Chopper's Kingdom in the Range Animal Island. So thank you. I'll see you guys later. Keep Phoenix out.